all packed up and ready for our Sucia Island adventure. We loaded the cars up and started our first step of the adventure, Deception Pass. For some reason, we could not communicate with Denny by phone. So as we traveled along, Denny was flagging us like crazy. Luckily, we saw him and we stopped at the parking structure. Deception Pass is a must-see for any visitor to the Pacific Northwest. At over 200 feet high, when you look down at the ocean, it looks small and there's all this turbulence going on. The name Deception Pass came about in 1792 when Joseph Whitby discovered that this indeed was a pass and not a bay. Later, the bridge was formed to span between Fidalgo Island and Whidbey Island. The bridge took 1 year to construct and is an engineering marvel. It was made in 1935, and to think about the tools that they had at that time to make this, it's truly amazing. There was a trail that led down to Maxwell Beach, and I couldn't resist taking it. This was a beach that you could see in the beginning of the video when I was shooting down at Deception Pass. Stan had said that kayakers had paddled under the bridge, and I think this is where they started from. Before long, we approached our destination, which was the ship's harbor at Anacortes. After we were done checking out in our rooms, it was time for us to have some dinner for the night in Anacortes town. We looked around and really couldn't find anything that we really wanted to, but we ended up going to a really cool tavern. Anacortes is a sleepy little town. Looks like it went to sleep early, so we had to go eat dinner quite early too. Rounding the corner in downtown Anacortes, we came across the tavern, the Brown Lantern Tavern, and it had kind of interesting decorations. I saw that the tavern had fish tacos and ordered some. Meanwhile, Paul and Nico had a darts championship contest, and guess who won? That morning at the ferry toll booth, I discovered that I forgot my money hip pack back at Ship Harbor, and I had to go back and pick it up. The other bad thing that happened was John and Barbara's kayak was measured, and it was discovered that with the kayak on their roof, on their car, it was too tall. So Stan, Ed, myself, and John had to go back and take the kayak off the roof and then walk it into the ferry, and then from there we could ride the ferry. But we couldn't put it on his car and drive in, which was kind of messed up. Upon arriving in Orcas Island, we immediately took the kayaks off the ferry by walking them to Jonathan's car, and then we were able to put them back on his roof. We drove all the way to the outfitters, and it became clear how we were going to get everything into the boats. Luckily, they had the wheelbarrows for us to carry the things down the ramp and into the boat. And the staff was very, very helpful in getting everything in.
Yesterday on my ride up, so it's unhappy with me.
Good, I'll go. It just hangs on like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Look at that load. Now that we had everything packed and the ship was ready to go, our adventure was about to begin.
But if it's secure,
We're going to do that.
you would be at 60